Hi, this is Daniel Fowler here with IntelliHealth Solutions Project in Capstone A Fall 2016. My project is a healthcare product and services company that would provide innovative testing, diagnosis, and monitoring capabilities for patients and doctors. What I want to talk to you today in my final project status is how we can leverage technology to create an integrated, intelligent healthcare solution. And what I'm going to describe to you today is a great startup company that is within the healthcare technology sector. This company would focus on the development and integration of intellectual property. Not only would this provide a actual product device, but it would also have the potential for licensing as well. So let's go forward and talk a little bit about mobile health. I really think the mobile health market is poised to explode. In 2011, there were 1 billion visits to physicians' offices. So imagine if you could take a small portion of that and convert that to telemedicine and using our product to facilitate that. 40% of doctors think that mobile health technology can reduce the number of office visits. So obviously there's a portion of doctors that believe this can really work. There's already over 10,000 medical and healthcare apps in the Apple iTunes store. So imagine if our application from a software perspective and a physical product perspective were joined together. As this notes, that's the third fastest growing application category for both iPhone and Android phones. So imagine if we came forward with a product that integrates the device with the application. This would be a great product to bring forth into the market space. So if you notice down in the right hand corner there, 56% of doctors actually use mobile devices say they expedite the decision making process. So a lot of reliance on this already, and it just continues to increase. So let's talk a little bit about medical testing and diagnosis. So my product not only allows for a physician-patient interface, but it also is an integration of standard general practitioner tools and tests. So heart rate, blood pressure, temperature, oxygen saturation levels, those sort of things. It also would allow for standardized and specialized blood test protocols. Now, along with that would be robotic process automation. And what that would allow is for pre-diagnosis and data collection, as well as automated updates of electronic medical records and integration with personal devices like cell phones and tablets. And this is the product that I'm suggesting that we go forward with today. So some of the business gurus that I engaged with were people within product development, finance, sales and marketing, legal, and then several people in the medical field. And I think that the medical field was very important to this product, obviously, was to get those gurus that understood product development and the medical environment that I've been discussing here and we'll discuss more about. Let's talk about the 9 building blocks and what this means. So in the book that we were assigned, and it's a great book, really talked about 9 building blocks. And these 9 building blocks are essential to developing a product and developing plans for a product and getting kind of a real idea of whether or not this is a product that can bring value to customers. And this is kind of the brainstorming session, if you will, to capture those ideas. So we have key partners. These are the folks that are really going to get things done. We got the key activities. What are we going to get done? We've got key resources. How are we going to get it done? What assets do we need? And how do we deliver that value proposition to our customers? Talk a lot about value proposition. So what is it? It's the solution. It's what is going to satisfy the needs of the customer. Obviously, customer relationships are important. So how are those relationships developed and maintained? We talk about channels. So the channel is how we're going to deliver the value proposition. How do we communicate it, distribute it, and how do we sell it, and thereby gain revenue? The customer segments talks about who are we going to do business with, and that can be multiple or that can be singular. In my case, I have multiple customer segments. The cost structure talks about, as you'd expect, what are the costs associated with doing business and required to run the business on a daily basis. And then the revenue streams. Obviously, we're doing all this to make money. And so what ways are revenue going to be generated, and how are we going to do that? Through offering a value proposition to our customer segments. So my business model canvas is the result of discussions with customers and gurus over the last many weeks, and distilling it down into a summarized form. So let's talk about key partners. So key partners are going to be obviously legal, because we're talking a lot about intellectual property and how to integrate that among a partnership. Quotient Technology is a company that deals with consumer product goods companies, and they be critical to selling the customer data, the health data that I believe is one of the big portions of the business. Life Alert really is there to bring the business base and help us understand how to reach that, maybe even offer a licensing deal with them with the product. Amazon, I think, is a unique opportunity to bring them in and allow them to maybe not only distribute the product but also deliver medications and supplies that come from that. The key activities obviously are the development activities associated with design, development, and commercialization of the product. The value proposition that I've mentioned earlier is, how do we increase the health of our users? How do we offer diagnosis to remote areas, whether that's in-home or somewhere away from wherever the doctor happens to be? How do we reduce costs for primary care and reduce workload for emergency rooms? And how do we increase data available for healthcare research? Our customers we're going to reach through our website, direct contact, and then through our healthcare group purchasing associations, which I think is critical to getting the device out there. As I mentioned earlier, from a customer segment perspective, I have a multi-sided platform with patients, healthcare providers, academia, and the consumer product goods companies. From a cost structure, intellectual property, design, and hardware manufacturing are going to be the big costs associated with my project. Legal and marketing, office space, and other things like that are going to be secondary to that. And then from a revenue stream perspective, not only do we have the equipment and supplies that we'll be able to offer, but we'll also have data that we can sell or provide to consumer product goods companies and the academic community. So a little bit more about revenue streams. I believe that we not only have the direct consumer sales, but I believe you could use this product in doctors' offices and pharmacies that have walk-in clinics to streamline their operations. I think in-home care businesses and assisted living and nursing homes could benefit from this. They wouldn't have to take the patients to the doctor. They could do it right there, so that reduces transportation cost and other costs associated with transporting the patients to the doctor. And then you've got consumer goods data sales. I believe that's a really big opportunity to sell this data that's accumulated. There's some HIPAA rules that go along with that, But I have talked to other gurus that mentioned that Verizon had looked at how they can leverage their technology, and they had worked out rules of engagement that would satisfy HIPAA rules. So that's a great thing to know, that somebody has already worked on this and understands how to go forward with that. So we could maybe leverage a partnership with them as well. So our revenue model is offering products and services, and we would offer that to two places, one to the care facilities and patients like I mentioned, and we would get direct payments from them. And then the care facilities could use our data, consumer products, and academia could use that as well. And again, direct payment from them. We would really like to avoid using insurance as a payment method, but honestly we'll probably have to. But if we could get direct payments and just allow insurance to reimburse the care facilities and patients, that'd be the best way to go. So potential revenue, a little bit, in 2012 there were about 58,000 paid long-term care facilities, and they served 8 million people. So if we only convert 2% of that population at $5,000 a machine, and we sell them 2 machines a customer, that would be $11.7 million in revenue. Now, this doesn't include the single-use test product supplies. This doesn't include peripherals. This doesn't include any of the other products that we would be selling. The $5,000 per machine is an estimate. We would really need to do more research into how much it would cost to provide this this product to our customers. As far as additional revenue opportunities, one in upsell, we have the opportunity to sell product bundles and add-ons, especially peripherals, and data management to the in-home care and nursing homes. From a cross-sell perspective, we have an opportunity to sell the data to academia, and I mentioned this earlier, but also new base unit sales. So as the adoption rate increases, we have an opportunity for in-home use, and I mentioned the small walk-in clinics. We also have an opportunity to think about worksite, retail, and school-based health clinics. What if you could use this to reduce worksite time off to go to the doctor? What if we could support school-based health clinics to interface with doctors on a regular basis immediately, instead of having to transport or have people go off of work just to go to the doctor? So finally, my product recommendation here is to take this idea, integrate the tools that exist, automate the records, and integrate with personal devices. And I think if you look at the graphs that I have over here, you can see that the forecast for telemedicine is huge. It's tripling just in 6 years, and it continues to grow. The health-based telehealth technology is looking to compound annually through 2019, and you can see huge growth opportunity here. And then from a 40,000 to 50,000 opportunity is twice the number that was hosted in 2011 as far as remote physician consults from in 2013. So just in 2 years, you've doubled the number of remote physician consultations. So I think we have a real opportunity here to be best in class, to be the driver for the future of telemedicine, and not only in hardware and software and peripherals, but just how we as Americans look at healthcare and maybe even the world, considering this product could support those all over the world. So that's my presentation. I really appreciate the time and the effort that you all have put into supporting me. And if you have any questions, as always, please let me know. Thank you.